Dang it, I was muted. All right, all right. Hello there, my fellow prophetpreneur. Valerie Walton at valeriewalton.com. Here with you, for you, excited to have this discussion. OMG, oh my goodness. Now, before I get into the discussion for today, I am going to make sure that I have everything that you are going to need to follow along with me in this video training in the description box. So just give me a moment to do that. And while I'm doing that, see, I was muted. All right. Hello there, my Valerie Walton. Valerie Walton. Why is it doing that? ValerieWalton.com. Child, crazy, right? Technologist, which is exactly what we're going to talk about today. So let me pause this just for a moment. Anyway, while I'm putting up the description, you know what to do. Say hello to me. Say hello in the live chat. Also, let me know where you're tuning in from. You may be in a totally different time zone than me right now, and I would love to know that. So definitely say hello. And also, if you're watching me live, hashtag live. For those of you that will be watching me in the future, welcome to the future. Go ahead and hashtag replay. So that I know that you're catching the recording. This also really helps me gather data to figure out what are the best times for me to upload content as well as go live for you, because I really want to make this more convenient for you to be able to find me, get what you need, and grow. Okay. So with that being said, let me go ahead and click this and put this information up in here, child. It's going to be fabulous, child. You're going to love this, child. Okay. So I am just going to, whoops. Come on. Daggone cursor. There. Cool. All right, so I've updated that. And let's jump into this for today. Today's been pretty interesting. Okay, I'm recording this. I'm live streaming this on October 4th. 2021. And if you didn't know, can't really get on Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp right now. And as you probably know already, Facebook owns all of those apps. And so if you can't get on one, that's why you can't get on the others. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Hey, Peter's back, catching me live. Thank you so much for hanging out with me from South Florida. Love it, love it. Hey, Thierry, my network marketing little bro is in the building. Love, love, love to see you. I love hanging out with you. Been trying to reach out to me via email. Oh no. Okay, I gotta check that. I don't know what's wrong there or why you can't get me. So I'll look at that though. Yeah, today's been kind of crazy. So Facebook has been shut down. There are a few theories as to why it may be shut down, and I might even go back and add this one link that I discovered. You know what? Let me do that because this is very interesting. I was sitting around having a quick discussion with some other, some fellow network marketing leaders of mine, affiliate marketing, just the home business leaders. And we were having this discussion about why, what was going on with Facebook and why, because I had no idea that there was an episode of 60 Minutes yesterday talking about this, and a whistleblower and the thing and the stuff, child. I said, oh Lord, I need to get my fan out. Like it was pretty crazy. So let me add that in here real quick. If you want to catch that 60 Minutes episode I mentioned, here you go. Boom. I'll save that. It should update any second now. But yeah, it's really crazy. So regardless of the reason why, hey, Ann, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, you heard about it too? Oh my gosh, you heard about it? Oh my God. So give me your take on that. If you have seen the interview already, let me know. But I'm like I'm not gonna comment too much on it right now. Y'all know me. I don't go too deep into stuff like that. I need more, I don't know. I just don't like to comment on stuff that, one, I don't really know much about. I just like to sit back and wait for it to unfold. That's just me. But hey, if you've got an opinion, if you've got an opinion, feel free to share it in the comment section. I'd love it. All right. So if you can't get on Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp, what does this mean for you, the home-based business owner, the online business owner, the marketer, the social media marketer, right? You hear me teaching you all the time what a great idea it is to go on social media and market yourself so that you can grow your business, right? That hasn't changed. Just follow where I go in this training, okay? But one thing that I do also teach is not only to market on social media, but to go build your list off of social media. Okay. There is a big difference between building an audience and building a list. And there's also a big difference between marketing and selling. And I'm really trying to drive that home even more, even deeper for more and more entrepreneurs here, because there's a huge disconnect between the two concepts, and it's costing people money. It's costing people their reputations. And I just really want to be able to see more folks grow in this home-based business, because there's so much potential here for you, you know? Yeah. Oh, okay, cool, Thierry. Okay, cool. So when it comes to this, I'm going to go ahead and pull up this chart that I've been pulling up quite often lately, about the fact that there are 6 steps to going from what, you know, I'm just getting started. I'm brand new. I got no following at all, to closing a sale. Steps to that. Okay. It starts with the marketing phases. And I believe the marketing phases help you along the first 2 or 3 steps of the 6-step process. And then the next half of it goes into your into the sales process. So really important here. Let me pull this up now. Should be here already. And I'm going to share my screen with you. Oh my gosh. What is happening? I'm trying to share my screen with you. Okay. There we go. Now I can share the screen. Okay. So this is the sales process made simple. This is a way to funnel from lots and lots of folks that are total strangers to you down to people that fit your target audience, their suspects, their leads, their prospects, and then bam, they're customers, loyal customers. They keep coming back, buying again and again, and bringing referrals with them along the way. That's what we want. We want a stable business. We want to build for long term, not just I want a quick sale right now, right this second, and I don't care about tomorrow. I'll deal with that later. And I don't care about a system. I don't care about a strategy. I just want to grab somebody off the street and sell it. If that is you, I am not the right channel for you. I'm just not. I want to make sure, you know, me being a parent, my main concern growing my business is, what will this do for my children? What kind of future can I create for them with this business? And so you got to think ahead, you know, as a parent. And even if you're not a parent, just for your own self-love, thinking about how can you put yourself in the best position to win? How can you start taking on activities in your business that will cause you to, you know, that'll be more self-serving, that will allow you to be able to live in the biggest expression of yourself? How can you do that? And so that's really more of a long-term type of thought process that you're going to have to go through. But anyway, when it comes to sales, no matter what, this is the way to go. So yeah, you can start off on social media. Absolutely. Right. Start off on social media, and whichever platform you choose, fine, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, whether it's Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, child, whatever you want. That's up to you. And if you're not quite sure, there are 2 things that you can consider. Number 1, what are some of the strengths, some of the personality traits, some of the things that people have told you that they love about you, or things that you know already that you love about yourself, that a specific social media platform would be a great fit for? So for example, for me, I love to talk. You know that I'm on here every day for like an hour. What the hell? I don't even know how I do it myself, but I like to talk and I feel very comfortable in front of a camera. So video marketing is for me. So then I would select a platform that allows me to do plenty of video marketing. Now, I got my start doing Facebook Lives because that got me through the funneling process a lot faster in the beginning. However, like I said, this has to be a long-term strategy in place. And now this year I have shifted over, especially this past month or two, I've shifted over to YouTube because not only can I market here, but this is also this is a search engine. So for long term, this is a great place for me specifically. May not be the best place for you. Maybe starting a blog would be better for you for long term strategy. I don't know. But you'll definitely want to think about what makes sense in terms of what you're good at, what you're familiar with, what you're used to, because that'll be the platform that'll make it easier for you to be consistent with the activities that you need to do to close more sales, make more money, and live out your dreams. So that's one consideration. The next thing is which one makes the most sense in terms of your entrepreneurial logic. Okay. So when you start thinking like an entrepreneur, right, you got to start thinking about where can I put the odds in my favor? Where can I reduce risk so that I put myself in a better position to generate some leads, generate some sales, generate that cash flow, right? What can I do there? So when it comes to that, yes, I would still pick Facebook. Why? Well, I actually had my numbers wrong. Well, maybe they just changed. At one point, I was saying that there are 2.3 billion active users on Facebook. Well, guess what? Update. It's 2.8. 2.8. And 60% of all of the people who have some access to the internet have a Facebook account. Child is crazy. Okay. And so with those numbers, would you think that it's possible that maybe, just maybe, one or two or few, right, a handful of your target audience is there? Absolutely, right? So why not go to this platform? Why not go there where you are much more likely to find your target audience and leads and customers there, right? So those are two things to consider. And then, of course, like I said, don't use Facebook as your primary social media platform to market on. If nothing about it fits any of your strengths, then you'll have to go somewhere else. But for the most part, Facebook is a great place to go ahead and get your start. Now, once you're on social media, it's time for you to market. There are two ways that you can do this. There's the passive way, and then there's the active way. Facebook is great in the fact that it provides a way for you to do either one. So the passive way would be things like putting out posts, doing Facebook Lives as I did, growing your audience that way. And the active way would be you going out there and having conversations with people. Now, where do you find those people? Well, tons of places, fan pages and business pages, Facebook groups, or even through Facebook's suggested friend list. So Facebook provides you a way to get social and connect with people. And if you are going to start marketing your business, marketing requires you to get social anyway. So why not use social media? And that's why this is step number one in this process. Okay, you got to get yourself on social media, and you got to get out here and get some exposure, get some visibility, and start building your audience. Know what kind of audience are you going to build? You're going to build an audience of people that fit, boom, step number two, your target audience. Your target audience is the people that you believe may have an interest in your business. Now, hold up. Let's not take off just yet, because unfortunately, what a lot of network marketing companies and uplines and things like that will teach you is that everybody fits your target audience. Everybody is a prospect. If they're breathing, they can use your stuff, your products sell themselves. It's amazing. No. There is nothing on earth where everybody fits the target audience for a business. No business on earth is like that, because people are human and human beings, we all have preferences. Some of us are like absolutely in love with some things versus other folks are like, I hate that. That's not me. I don't want that. Now, who's wrong? Nobody. It's your preference. You have a right to have a preference. Okay. So when it comes to your target audience, if you think everybody fits your target audience, where's the target? Right? Have you ever tried to play darts? Have you ever tried to play darts with no target? Like what? So just everything, everywhere, anywhere is my target. Just throwing darts, just throwing them, child. No, then it's not darts anymore. So if everybody's your target audience, then there is no target audience anymore. And if you're speaking to everybody, knowing that people have preferences, then it is a certainty. It is a certainty that you are going to put yourself in front of people that don't want what you have. And that's where that whole go for no idea comes from. And it's just not effective. It doesn't help you. It doesn't serve you. All it does is increase your odds of rejection. And rejection not only is an emotional pain, it causes physical pain within the human body. And the more you put your body willingly through stress, right? The more your body goes through stress, the more it's going to go through distress, which then causes dis-ease, right? It is so serious. So instead, how about we try this option? Okay. Instead of focusing on going for no and going for rejection and having to plow through rejection in order to get to the acceptance and the sales, why don't we just go for the acceptance and the sales? Like, hello. So let's look for our target audience on social media. And we're going to passively and actively go and connect with that target audience. We connect with them passively through our posts and the message that we deliver from our microstory. And if you don't know what a microstory is, this is even more reason for you to connect with me so that you can learn these things, the things that actually are important and fundamental for you to be able to have success in your business. All right. So there's that. And then the active way, which would be Facebook showing you some places where your target audience hangs out based on the keywords that you know are relevant to your target audience. So you have that. Those be the people that you believe have an interest in your business. And the more specific you get, the better. All right. Now, as you're out here posting on social media and people are reacting and watching and commenting, oh my gosh, you get excited, right? You're like, oh, this is great. People are actually paying attention to me. Right? My husband just got over 100,000 views on one of his Instagram reels. Crazy. And the reel's only been up for maybe a week. So hashtag viral, right? So in that case, these are folks, people that are watching your stuff. These are your suspects. They're not a lead yet. We're getting there. We're halfway there. We're halfway to a sale, but you cannot skip. You cannot go straight from social media to let me try to close them in a sale. It's not going to work like that. But if you take people through this process, it will work. And you will have way less stress in your business and in your life. Okay. Your chest won't get so tight after all. Right. So you have that. So the folks that are viewing, reacting, commenting, these are suspects because now they're showing you some behavior. They are performing a certain activity that indicates they just might be interested in your offer. So again, the more specific you are with your target audience, the better. The more suspects are going to start coming out of the woodwork, it's going to seem. So I use this example a lot. I'm going to use it again. If I were in a weight loss company selling weight loss products, my target audience is not any and everybody looking to lose weight because then there's no target there. My target audience will be a specific group of people that fit inside of that category of wanting to lose weight. Therefore, in my case, since I'm not really trying to lose much weight, I might try and lose an inch or two off my waist, But I do recall a time in my life where I did want and need to lose weight. And that was right after I had each one of my children. I wanted to hurry up, get back to my pre-baby weight, get back to my pre-baby body, feel sexy, look sexy, all that great stuff. So in that case, if I'm going to select a target audience, let me go look for people like that. People who are right now where I used to be back then before I found the solution, right? So that I can show them a solution. Easy peasy. So yeah, my target audience will be new moms who are looking to go back to their pre-baby weight, and that's why they want to lose weight, versus somebody who has a thyroid issue or a chemical imbalance, or they gaining weight because of, you know, birth control. Like, that's a totally different thing, right? So that would be my target audience. When I get out there and start putting out content, it's going to be about how you feel. How did I feel when I was going through that? How did I feel about wanting so badly to hit this goal? I may also talk about some tips. Here are some things that I found along the way, right? But what I'm not going to do is get out here on social media, go speak to my target audience by speaking at them instead of speaking to them and saying, hey, I got these products, child, check this out. Look at this picture of me and my product, and I love it, and I take it all the time, and it helps me lose weight. No, nobody wants that. And believe it or not, every human being makes an emotional connection to the thing that they want to buy before they buy it. I know many of us think we're savvy buyers and consumers, and we think first and research first. We got to check it out. We got to know everything. No, we don't. All of that comes after. Okay, so make sure that you're connecting with people through your message, your stories, and your tips. Okay, so now you got some suspects. Awesome. Now it is up to you to do the next step. Ball's back in your court, right? You put the ball out there in their court when you put out your content. Then they lob the ball back over into your court when they started watching and paying attention to your content. And now the next step is for you to give them a call to action and put the ball back in their court again, right? You're going to give them a call to action. So if you're doing a Facebook Live about, you know, weight loss and an experience that you had or a friend of yours had, now that you have a solution, number one, you let them know that, you know, thank God I've got this solution now. And here's the call to action. If you would like to take a look at some possible solutions for yourself, I got them. Comment below or send me a private message or whatever. But those types of things are what calls to action look like. Okay. Drop your favorite emoji, stuff like that. Now, at the moment that this person not only expresses an interest through their behavior, but they also give you permission and a means to communicate with them, now they are a lead. Now they're a lead. So did they give you permission to message them? Did they give you permission to text them or to email them? And the way that you know that is if they gave you the contact information from them to you. And this is why buying leads just doesn't make sense to me. It's way less effective for more money. I could grow organically, meaning, you know, free online versus paying all this money for leads and then wondering why they're, you know, slamming the phone down in my face and hanging up and slamming the doors in my face, if you will. It's because they don't know me. We haven't gone through this process together. Therefore, I skip steps. And when you skip steps, you don't get where you're trying to go. This is so much simpler, right? So if you go through this, stop trying to cut corners, stop trying to go through these shortcuts, and instead shorten your learning curve by following what I'm teaching, you're going to be way better off. I promise you that. So your lead, right? Now, generally speaking, normally you'll hear generate leads in terms of having some type of a lead magnet. When we talk about the means that you have to communicate with a person, it's typically email, but there are other ways to be able to communicate with folks. However, like I said, email is the most popular way. So you would give them, let's say, a lead magnet, which would be a funnel, a link, a website that you will send a person to. And the very first page of that website that they see requires them to enter their lead information, their contact information, so that you can, in fact, contact them. So you are going to have something, maybe it's a free giveaway or a very low ticketed giveaway, like something for $7, $1, $20, something like that. And in order for them to get access to it, they first have to enter their email, right? It can be free as well. It can be free. So they enter their email, their name, their email, possibly even a telephone number, and then bam, once they've entered that, now they get access to that information that you promised them. This is how you can start collecting leads. This is the most common way. Now you can also collect leads the way that I said on Facebook, right through Messenger. That is a means for you to be able to communicate with them back and forth, except for days like today, where Facebook acting up and you want to message people, but you can't. I've been trying to message my family throughout the morning and afternoon. It's not working. I'm getting upset. But them's the breaks, because social media, every social media platform is a business that I have no control over. You know what I do have control over? My email list, my list of leads. And that is why it is so important for you to always build your list, build your audience. I'm sorry, let me clarify. So like I said, there is a difference between building your audience and building a list, in my humble opinion, as a business coach. Building your audience is you building up your suspects. Building your list is you building up your leads, right? So that is like the simplest way for me to describe that. Building your audience is, you don't necessarily have their contact information. You might, which would make them both a suspect and a lead. But typically, these are the folks that, you're friends with on Facebook. Just because you're friends with them on Facebook doesn't make them a lead, but they are a suspect, right? Especially if you're following the tips that I teach on how to build a friends list full of your target audience. So you're not getting crickets when you're posting, okay? See, you have to be up in here, be up in this gig to know all that, okay? That's why you got to get on my newsletter. So go to ValerieWalton.com. It's right there on the homepage, and I'm so close to being done with the new revamped website. So if you're on my newsletter, you'll be the first to know, and you'll get first look at it, and you can give me your feedback on it. Then I'm gonna launch it to the public. So get on that newsletter, stop playing. Okay. So this is the way that you finally get over the hurdle from the first half of the marketing part. Now we're in the second half, which is now going more into the sales part. So you may have caught me teach this before, but marketing and sales is like foreplay and climax when you're talking sex, right? So you've done all of the stimulation and foreplay necessary to begin the act of intercourse. I don't know. And then now we're headed towards a climax. We're headed towards a climax, and the climax is the transaction, the sale. So that now they are a customer, right? So now that they are a lead and you have a means to communicate with them, it is time for you to have a conversation with them. They gave you a way to communicate with them for a reason, because they want you to communicate with them. They want a conversation with you. So go talk to them. And in the conversation, go and qualify them. Make sure that you detect and determine a need, a desire, and the resources to buy in that conversation. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. I'm gonna just be totally real with you. Asking about the weather, asking about their dog, asking about, their hometown, that's nice. But when are you going to get to the stuff that's going to help you figure out whether or not this person is a good fit as a customer? Because until this happens, you should not offer anything. You only offer a solution to a person that's got your problem, right? A person that has the problem that you solve. And until you've determined that not only do they have the problem, but they also have a means, the resources to get the solution, then you offer. And this trips up so many marketers, so many. And that's why these steps are important. People want to go straight from a lead to a customer without qualifying them as a prospect first. That it's tough. It can be tough. It can feel like, dang, I was so close. And this person, just when I thought they were going to say yes to me, they said, I got to do some research. Just when I thought they were going to say yes to me, they said, I got to talk to my spouse. Just when I thought they were going to say yes to me, they said, oh, they got me next week when they get their check. What am I doing wrong? You're probably skipping over the prospecting part in terms of the things you need to address in that conversation. This way you can avoid all those objections. Okay. So it's stuff like that. So this is the process. Now, with this being the process, this is why when you're at the lead step, right? Step 4 is generating that lead. When you're on that step, this is why you cannot keep everybody on social media. Because again, one way that people have been able to collect leads is, like I said, through Messenger, right? Because you have a means to communicate with them on Messenger. But what do you do on a day like today where your contacts are on Messenger? Yeah, but Messenger is not something you own. So you don't have any control over when it flops and you can't get on it. What do you do then? How many people did you talk to last week and you said, I'm gonna follow up with you today on Monday, and now you can't? It's just like you're gonna pull your hair out. But what if you had collected more than one means to communicate with them? Yeah, social media is nice, it's great, it's convenient, but what if you also had their email and you could have reached out to them? Even in spite of the fact that Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp are down right now. Right. Another way that people generate leads is through Facebook groups. I just saw this. They're like, hey, you guys, like, I have a Facebook group where you can go and promote your business in my group for free, which sounds great. But everybody in that group is trying to promote their business, number one. But number two, what do you do when Facebook is shut down and you can't even get into the group? What do you do when Facebook determines that today they've had it with you? And today they feel like you're doing some kind of activity on Facebook where it's just too much for them right now. And they're feeling like you might be a bot, a robot. So they're going to shut you down for the rest of the day. Bye. And you can't comment. You can't post in your own freaking group. What do you do then? So you got to remember that you don't own social media, but you do need something that you own when it comes to being able to connect with and communicate with your leads that you work so hard to get. You went through 4 steps just to get to the lead. 4 out of 6 steps. Why wouldn't you make sure that you have something in place that you have control over, right? So when it comes to that, this is why, let me stop sharing. This is why building an email list is so freaking important. If you ain't got it and something like this happens on social media, what the hell are you gonna do now? Oh man, see, this is why I don't like building a business online, because look what happens. Nah, we just have to be wiser. We just have to be more prepared. Now, trust and believe, this will not be the last time. It hasn't been the first time, and it won't be the last time that Facebook, Instagram, Twitter's done it before, right? LinkedIn's had this problem before, where the platform has to shut down. It's not working the way that it needs to for us. Anybody that's not building an email list, I hope this is a warning to you to kickstart yourself into action of building an email list, because that you own, that you have more control over. And what's going to shock and surprise you is the fact that you don't need a very big list in order to generate sales and start hitting your income goals. Because you see, you don't sell, you're not supposed to anyway, you don't sell to your social media audience, you sell to your list. That's where all the money is. The money is in the list. It's not in any of these other steps. Okay, let me check. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this real quick. And I'm seeing that there's some more comments, so I'll definitely address those, I promise. Okay, so let me share my screen again. You don't sell just because you've just started a Facebook account. And now you go and friend any and everybody. And as soon as they accept your request, you say, hey, you want to buy my stuff? Hey, check this link out and give me your honest opinion. Hey, can you give me some feedback? Check this out. Hey, you seem like a like-minded individual. You seem really sharp. Here's a link. Don't do that. Doesn't work. You're not going to even do that to your target audience. You don't sell to your target audience on social media. Because again, not just because they fit the target audience doesn't mean they want what you got. They got preferences, right? Also, with the suspects, just because somebody liked your post does not mean that they're ready to buy something from you, right? How many times have you seen that? Hey, so-and-so. Hey, Thierry, right? Hey, Val, I saw that you liked my Facebook story. Here's a link. No, please don't do that. Here's a link. Come check me. Hey, I saw that you liked my post today. Here's a link. No, they are suspects, not leads yet. It is only the lead that you're going to send the link to. It is only the person that has expressed an interest and has given you permission to communicate with them so that you can now collect the info, the data, the information. Okay. So it's only at that point. Unfortunately, there are marketers out here that are trying to close a sale and do step 6 in step 1 and step 2, step 3, like they jumped the gun. You don't want that to be you. And so if you're going to start generating leads, I highly recommend that you find yourself a way to give before you get, because that is the way successful business works. So make sure that you have a way to give somebody, something of value first, and do that in exchange though, right? You ain't just giving everything you got away, child. Why buy the cow when the milk is free? You know what I'm saying? So don't do that. But you're going to give out something, right? Give a person a taste of what you bring to the table. There's nothing wrong with that. So you can give away something for free in exchange for their name and their email, right? Their contact info. And then once you do that, now that you have their contact info, it's time to contact them. It's time to have a conversation with them. It's time to hang out and now have that prospecting conversation where you're going to, now that you've connected with them, you're going to qualify them. You're going to ask certain questions, right? Because you're in authority at this point. If the person comes to you and says, I really could use the information that you have because I don't have it, that puts you on a higher level than they are, not in life, okay, but on a higher level than they are in terms of having a solution to the problem that they're living with right now. Okay, so that's what you want to do. It's like a doctor and a patient. When the patient is in pain and goes to the doctor is the one with the prescription. Who's in the authority? The doctor. The doctor can not only relate to the problem that you're going through, right? They've studied it. They've got several solutions and they're just trying to pinpoint exactly what your pain is so they can give you the best prescription for your situation. That is how intricate you need to make sure you are taking a look at each and every individual that you are in communication with. Don't give them just any old prescription. Find out what's going to fit them. And you do that through asking questions. You don't need to do it through having all the answers. You just need to do it through asking questions so you can figure out what exactly do they need that I happen to have. That's it. And that is how and when you make an offer. At the point that you realize they are a qualified prospect, what takes them from prospect to customer is, I know what they need. I know they have the resources to get it. Now I'm going to offer it to them. And what do you think they're going to say? You ever meet somebody who like just broke their leg and you offer to take them to the emergency room so that pain can go away and their leg can get reset? And the person says, let me think about it. Let me go talk to my spouse first. Exactly. So you got to determine, you got to find out, is that person in enough pain where they can use my solution? These are the types of things that you want to start doing. Okay. And if you start right now today, building your email list, you can do this every day, even when all this social shenanigans is going on on social media. You can still continue growing your list, nurturing the list that you have, and closing sales, all because you are now focused on building your list, strengthening, fortifying that list. The money is in the list, but you will never be able to get the list until you start somewhere, right? Whether it's social media, blogging, like something. Okay. So anyway, if you want some tips, if you want the goods on how, like Val, okay, great. I'm getting the importance of having an email list, especially today with social media being down. How do I do that? Where do I even begin? I don't know where to go, who to trust. What do I do? Well, I got something for you. I've got a solution for you, and it's just $1. Just $1. So I want you to check this out. It's so cool. Hold on, my dear. Hey. So hold on. Who am I seeing on here? Yes, Terry, you emailed your audience immediately, even though you're about to go for a run. See, that's how you do it. Oh, Cecilia, hey, great to see you. And the Dennis family, hello. Late to the live stream, but we'll rewatch the recording. Awesome. You probably didn't miss too much, but I appreciate you going back and watching the entire thing, because, you know, keeping everything in context is important, right? So this is really cool that, you know, we can have this conversation. And like I said, I do have something for you, and it is only $1. Normally, y'all know me. I'm about that money. I'm about that money, honey, because how am I going to lead by example and I never ask for the sale myself? How am I going to lead by example and I'm always only charging $1, right? So many of you know I don't normally do this, but in light of everything that happened today, I figured I'd put out an irresistible offer for you, which is to get a 5-day challenge called Simple List Leverage. And it is by a dear friend of mine who has been in the home business industry for 22 years. Her name is Diane, and she is absolutely amazing. She's earned over $1 million in just one affiliate program out of many streams of income that she has. She's taught me everything. I was about to say so much, but honestly, everything that I know about email marketing myself. And every time I am connected with her, every time I encounter her, she always has yet another brilliant golden nugget. And so you can't go wrong when you are learning from Diane. So let me just show you this real quick. When you click on that link that is inside of the description box there, you're going to see this. So just so you know, I'm giving you a heads up. Share my screen here. Okay, you're going to see this. This is a 5-day experience and a very simple formula to grow your first email list and begin to build that #1 long-term asset that can pay you for life. You may not have heard this today, so let me go ahead and share this, but I have mentioned this in a lot of my previous videos, that there are 2 assets that you need to have in your possession. #1 is this: your own email list. And better yet, if you really want to sweeten the pot, you want to have your own CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Manager. This is a way for you to manage the relationships with each and every customer that you have, customer and potential customer. So it includes your leads too. It's so important. Relationships are key. Business is all about relationships. It is all about people and serving people, and just with everything going on in the world today, isn't it nice to be able to help somebody? You know what I mean? Like, come on. So anyway, you'll want to have that. And then your other asset is going to be a blog. Now, you don't need your blog right away. You don't need a website right away. As you can see, I've been doing this for 5 years. I didn't start my first website until I was like 2 or 3 years in. And now that I'm ready to go to a whole new level, I'm going from phase 2 to phase 3 out of 4 phases in my business growth. Now I'm really focusing in on a website and a blog again. So you're going to be able to see that. But if you're not in that phase and you're in phase 1 right now, don't worry about it. but just for future reference, you will need to eventually have your own website, because that's your online real estate, that place that belongs to you. But in the meantime, use your list as both. Use your list is not only the asset for you to generate income, but also as that home base for people to always know they can reach you, including days like today when social media is down. All right, so you have that. Now, here is what you're going to get out of this amazing simple list leverage, which is, like I said, hosted by Diane through the amazing entrepreneurial community that I'm a part of. Like you can see right here, it's MLSP. I have a gazillion videos all about MLSP. There's a playlist for it, I believe. If not, I need to make one because there's so many videos, but you'll want to go through that if you want to learn more about the community. But right now, I just want you to get this information in front of you. Now, this is worth $297. I normally don't charge anything less than $200 for anything that I do, okay? But you're going to get this for $1, including lifetime access to all the recordings, 30 additional days of live coaching and support, Monday through Friday, right? And a complete marketing system to help get you results, and even more stuff than that, including more access to me, more exclusive access where I go more in depth to the things that you'll probably want to know that might not have been clear about in this free video on YouTube, right? So on day one, you're going to learn how to set up your list quick and easy so you can start to get leads for your business fast. And when I say fast, I mean as fast as today. Day two, you're going to learn how to create your first email letter so that you can start getting your fall in love with you, right? Ethically. Day three, you're going to learn how to build your list today via your hot market list for your specific business and affiliate programs or whatever it is that you're building, including if you make your own products, right? If you quilt or crochet or make jewelry or whatever, this can still apply to you too. And even if, right, because every business has, they build an email list, right? You might be on Target's email list or Walmart's email list. Right. So even if you're like a salon owner or you own a gym or something like that, this can apply for you as well. So on day four, you're going to learn how to turbocharge that list with some done for you offers and giveaways for some quick cash and ultimate leverage. And on day five, you will legally swipe this email copy, or you can write it for yourself. Either one of them works for you to get more sales and signups into your business. Okay, so this is over $8,962 of total value that you're getting for only $1, plus a customer relationship manager to apply the simple list leverage, plus 30 days access into the entrepreneurial community that is going to be there to support you and to help you grow. All of that for $1. Child, if you don't click that daggone link, okay. All right, so that's pretty much it. I don't think there was anything else that I was missing that I wanted to share with you. Let me just double check. Oh yeah, quick announcement. It is not too late to get into the boot camp. Tonight's the night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to get lifetime access to all the recordings anyway. So go ahead and get in, even if you can't make it tonight, for the money making boot camp that we have going on. It's going to be for 8 weeks. I'm sure there's going to be at least one of those 8 you can catch us live. And even if you can't, lifetime access to all of your recordings. Plus, if that weren't enough, Ray Higdon himself, the rank maker himself, multi-million-dollar earner himself, is going to join us in this 8-week boot camp in order to further help you make more money in your business. And isn't that what you want? Right? So go ahead, get yourself some access to that. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, last announcement. A little birdie told me, a little business birdie told me that there is a way that you're going to be able to boost your business cash flow within the next 90 days. And I'm talking about huge cash flow and commissions, $1,200 commissions per person, right? Per transaction, right? Per sale, right? Oh my gosh, right? So make sure that you check that out. We're going to be revealing all of that this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. What you're going to need to do, though, is you're going to need to register right now. The link is in the description box for that. So there's a link for simple list leverage for you to get those 5 days of training for just $1, plus the CRM, plus the community. access to that and access to the live free coaching every day for the next 30 days. There's a link for learning how you can start building your business cash flow and close out this year great over the next 90 days. That's the Wednesday webinar link. And then the boot camp. So if you're watching me live right now today, get in the boot camp if you haven't already, or even if you catch it tomorrow. I think there will still be some time. So go ahead and do that. If you got any questions, you know what to do. All of my social media handles are in the description box as well. So pick whichever one you want and message me, well, as soon as they work again, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Another thing you can do is just straight out email me. Get on my newsletter. And when you get my first email from you, reply back with whatever questions you got, and I will be happy to answer them. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me this past hour. I hope I have delivered as much value as I have set out to do for you, because I want you to grow. And I will see you back here again tomorrow, live at 5.